Dr. Jones, if you may come in on this, a lot of has been written and spoken about the design of this submersible. It was not certified. Carbon fiber, the company said, was the way forward compared to the other materials which are usually used for deep diving missions like these, or in deep diving vessels of any kind. After having survived a few dives, why do you think it suddenly imploded, sir?
The issue is that with carbon fiber, you have with this craft, you've got a fatigue problem going on. Now, this is going to one dive, it was fine. Going to 25 dives, as they did, then that led to fatigue problems going on. This should have been looking through a class association where you can actually look back at case histories. Additionally to the fact that they didn't actually go through a class, they also didn't do any sorts of testing. Typically, when you have a vehicle every year, it gets tested to see it's safe. They didn't do this. They were running this is the third year that they've been running this, going to these great depths and producing a great stress on the hull. These stresses are leading to what's called delamination failures and fatigue failures. And what can happen is, in the first dive, you get one little crack. As they go on, they start getting greater and greater and greater. And these cracks start becoming to a point where it becomes a catastrophic failure. So it was going to fail, and they have been warned about this. They've been warned about it with an Institute of Non-Destructive Testing in America. It's been warned about it through many other people. What they actually said is that they should have actually used steel or titanium. This is expensive. And this was actually a problem in actually lifting this craft into the water. What they wanted to do is, by making it out of carbon fiber, it made it lighter and easier to move it around. By making it easier to move it around, you could get more passengers on board.
It's also, it points out, and Dr. Jones, very quickly, if you can tell us, why was it that it was allowed for 3 years? I mean, what kind of loopholes were they able to operate in? It was not that nobody knew about the functioning, or at least the kind of dives that this submersible was making.
Yeah, they were working in international waters. If you are close to India, or if you're close to America or close to England, then you have to be within the territorial waters of the country. But when you're in international waters, as they so far, there were a few hundred miles off the coast. This is international waters, and currently there is no requirement for them to comply with what they say with the rules of the country.
Okay.
And this is where they got around it. They shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have been allowed to get around it. They shouldn't have been allowed to have paying passengers on this and actually eventually kill people. I think there's going to be sort of legal redress later on in the future. That's what I would recommend.